evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening. It's good to see all of you. We want to thank you for being here. Welcome to our Legacy Academy 2025 graduation ceremony. Tonight we're going to honor our kindergarten and senior graduates. They've all shown hard work and dedication to their academic journey, and today will mark a new milestone for each of them. Tonight we will celebrate 9 kindergarten students and 11 graduating seniors. We're so proud of all of them. If you would you stand, and we're going to turn our attention to the back of the sanctuary as our students make their way in. Would you remain standing for a word of prayer tonight? But we are so grateful that we have the opportunity to celebrate these amazing young men and young women, some crossing the threshold of their kindergarten year and some wrapping up their high school years and heading on to what we know are amazing things. And tonight, more than anything, we just want to stop and say thank you for letting us be a part of their lives in whatever way, shape, or form that you've so seen it fit for us to be here with them. And we're just so thankful that you are here, that your presence is here, and that you're guiding every single word spoken in every moment of this graduation ceremony. In the amazing name of Yeshua, amen. You may be seated. Well, it's once again so good to see everybody. We're going to start with the most amazing kiddos. We're going to hand out our kindergarten certificates tonight. You guys ready to graduate kindergarten? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. This year, our kindergarten students have learned so much. They have worked their way through our curriculum that teaches them how to read through the use of phonics by learning sounds that are made by vowels, consonants, and special sounds. The students learned handwriting skills correlated with their phonics. As they continue to grow, they begin to write blends, words, and even sentences. Is that true? Are y'all writing sentences? Yep, about 7 out of 9. Not bad, not bad. Our tiny counters learned to count and recognize numbers 1 through 100. They learned addition concepts through the sum of 10 and were introduced to subtraction. In their journey with numbers, they even learned how to tell time and count money. Outside of reading and numbers, they also learned about the world that Yahweh has created around us. They have the opportunity to participate in a class experiment where they watch the journey of caterpillars go through the process of metamorphosis into butterflies and then eventually release those butterflies into the wild. We are so proud of these students and everything they've accomplished this year. Would you give a hand to our kindergarten? All right, Miss Jenny's going to come on up and we're going to hand out their certificates. We're going to start with Mr. Jamie Alsup. Flip-flops to graduation is a strong move. Strong. Miss Abigail Gallivan. I call her Huggy, but her real name is Evelyn Martin. Mr. Judah Moyer. Mr. Weston Putman. River Revel. Mr. Isaac Smith. Asher White. Last but not least, wow, I can't talk. Last but not least, Boaz Woodall. All right, let's give a hand to all of our kindergarten graduates. As is true with any organization, any group, any ministry, nothing happens without an amazing team. And that could not be more true of Legacy Academy. And so one thing that is super important to me is I want to recognize as many people as possible that makes this possible, that got these kids to this point, that helps keep our facilities the way they're looking. It all is a part of these kids' journey. And so I want to take a moment and recognize our school staff, some of our volunteer staff that makes this possible. So we're going to start with kindergarten. You just saw her up here. I know you're not supposed to have favorites, but she is my favorite teacher, Miss Jenny Delino. Our first grade teacher, Miss Janae Orso. In second grade, Mrs. Carly Ford. In third grade, we're going to recognize two individuals because Miss Melissa Richardson started our year and did an amazing job, so let's give her a hand. And when you're a part of a group that's led by the wind, people led by the wind, things happen, transitions happen, and so we were so excited to celebrate their move to Texas, to North Louisiana, which is pretty much Texas, which means you have to fill a gap, and the lady who stepped into this role just did a fantastic job, and that's Miss Savannah Crone. And a lady who was able to tackle 2 grade levels 2 years in a row in 4th and 5th grade, Miss Veronica Culpepper. In 6th grade, we had a similar situation. We had our teacher who entered into maternity leave, and their family also made a transition. So give a hand to Miss Belle Brunty. And then once again, just stepping right in, filling the gap like we never missed a beat whatsoever. A big hand to Mrs. Chelsea Kokendorfer. In 7th grade, our teacher extraordinaire, Mr. Luke Fulcher. In 8th and 9th grade, an amazing mom to these students, Jessica Domingue. And holding it down with the high schoolers, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, Mr. Parker Thomaston. I never could tell if they liked him. I can't figure it out. Like, I don't know. I just don't know. In everybody's favorite subject, in PE, we had 2 individuals that helped out this year. We had Mr. Taylor Martin. And then stepping in this year, about midway through the year, he has just been an amazing asset to our school. Our kids love him. He loves on our kids. And that's Mr. Nathan Poe. And in case you didn't know, our credentials to be hired here doesn't really go back to degrees and all that. You just have to be over about 6'4", you know. Apparently that's what we're doing around here. I don't know. For some reason, though, the students just didn't want to play a students versus staff basketball game this year. We just chalked it up as a W before it even happened. An amazing part of our school that maybe some of the local family doesn't know as much about is we have a part of our school called Legacy Academy Virtual. And while our attendance in person is around 120 to 125 students, we also have about 50 students who are part of a Legacy Academy Virtual that exists across this nation and even into Canada. I don't know if they're supposed to learn what we're learning in Canada, but those students are doing it as well. And the lady that makes that happen and also substitutes for us and fills in many, many roles is Miss Casey Gann. And I don't know if it's because none of us are smart enough to do it, or maybe we're just smart enough to let somebody else do it, but teaching Algebra 1, Algebra 2, and Physics is Mr. Ike Thompson. We may have some assignments still due. Is that what I'm hearing right now? Do we need to hold some of these diplomas back? I don't know. Some of y'all might just have a blank paper in there. You thought you were getting a diploma. For 2 years in a row, we've put out an amazing yearbook, and there's one individual who has helped mainly with that. We've had some students be a part of that. She's also substitutes for us. She coordinates our lunches for us. One of those people that if you didn't know, you probably wouldn't know she was doing all these things, but never asked for the spotlight, never asked for anything like that, but extremely important to what we do, and that's Miss Sarah Smith. And there, honestly, I thought about this today. I don't think there's anything we could do as a school or as a church or anything where you wouldn't have a reason to give thanks to this individual, because he does so many things in the grounds and the facilities, and when a teacher tells him a toilet's clogged or something like that, and he just hops in and does so many things, and that's Mr. Jordan Smith. We also have had an individual step into the office to help us out with some things, and that has been fantastic. If you don't know, we don't really have an office staff at the school. It's kind of the teachers, and then I just try to fill in wherever I can. The doorbell gets rang a lot, and sometimes we're running around like chickens with their heads cut off, I guess is the right phrase. But this individual has come in a few days a week and really helped with a lot of just little tasks and different things, and that's Miss Erin Brackens. And then one of the most significant parts of our school are our chapel services. And there could be a ton of people to thank for that. Taylor, Jordan, so many people. But two people that really help coordinate it and schedule worship leaders and are part of the worship expression are Tyler England and Taylor Ford. And I think we'd be extremely remiss if we didn't thank a few people. And I want to thank two individuals who dreamed of this even being a reality before we even knew to dream it. We didn't even know to dream. You know, there are things like that you dreamed of and someone else thought of it. And there are things that some people dream that you wouldn't even have known to dream for it. And so I want to thank Apostle Aaron and Miss Robbie. There are days we're outside on the playground and there's kids running everywhere, and I'm like, somebody dreamed that this was possible. When somebody saw just a pasture, I don't even know what it looked like back then. You would know. Probably not like this. We know that. I'm sure it wasn't landscape. There was no building, but somebody dreamed that this was possible, that kids who weren't even born yet but knew the value of generational legacy, and we get to enjoy the fruit of that. So thank you guys so much. And then this one's hard not to get emotional, but I've not cried yet tonight, and so I won't cry. But I want to thank Pops and Mama T. You guys. I won't act like I know what the decision-making process, but I imagine when you move here and you have a choice of what to do with a school, you chose for it to remain, and not just remain, but throw everything at it to see it successful, because you guys knew and believed in what was possible but with these students. Thank you guys so much, and thank you for believing in the team that we've been able to assemble, and thank you for trusting us to do this. So grateful for you. Well, we're going to hear, you've heard enough from me. Some of you are like, yes, please move on. We're going to hear from a couple students tonight. But before we do, I want to talk to these individuals. These 11 students on the front row. I couldn't be more proud of you. I know I say that after every chapel, and y'all are probably like, okay, we get it. You're proud of us. But to see a group of young people that your journeys could have taken you so many different places. But I think we see the truth of Romans 8:28 in your lives, in the fact that every day of your life, that Yahweh was working in it somehow, some way, in every moment, in every day, in every decision. Some decisions you didn't even make to find you landing here. And I don't say that to say that you're privileged. I say that to say that I am extremely privileged to have had some part of witnessing you guys. And obviously, yes, do the academic things and do the social things, but more than anything, give your hearts fully to one thing. And that is hosting his presence. And not only do we say, good job, you've done it, but we look at you and say, thank you for being a shining light, an example, not just to the ones younger than you, but also to the ones around you that are maybe more seasoned and more mature in you, and then certainly have more gray hair than you, which is becoming more true for me day in and day out. I've been reminded of that a lot lately. But I couldn't be more proud. I couldn't be more proud. Thankful to have been a small part of your journey. I don't know if I've added anything to your life, but I can tell you you've added a lot to mine, and I love you guys tremendously. Big time, big time. And so we're going to hear from a couple individuals tonight. I'm excited for this opportunity. The first individual we're going to hear from, what we like to do every year is we like to ask for one person who sort of embodies the senior class, who if you think about people who do things the right way, if you think about academics, if you think about treating others with kindness, if you think about the things that not only they're asked to do, but the things that they do without being asked. And that's exactly what this young man is. We don't normally do a salutatorian second in the class, but honestly, this young man would have been that. His academic achievements are phenomenal. He's graduating with a 3.98 GPA. He's maintained a positive attitude and has exemplified friendliness towards his peers and his school staff. And this is not a decision I ever want to make by myself. And so I consulted with multiple individuals, and you know it's right when everybody says the same thing. And so would you help me in welcoming tonight Baylor Woodall.
Thank you, Mr. Dustin. Good evening, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, I'm going to give you a little bit about my testimony and how this church and school have impacted my life. All right, it's going to be a little bit, so. All right, so my name's Baylor Woodall. I go by my middle name because all my siblings and my mom, that's just what we went by, because I have 15 siblings, so I go by my middle name. First name Jeremiah. Many of you probably just learned something, but my parents bought the house here in February of 23. My mom moved here, and most of the kids came here about 3 months after that in May, end of their school year. So I had been to church a few times before they moved, but if I'm honest, those services were only worship or I didn't listen to the message. I never even wanted to move from the place I lived my whole life. So fast forward, June 23. The first time I was truly introduced to this environment and the message of beloved identity was at Campus End. And we were all baptized in the water. I feel that's when the seed of beloved identity was planted into my life. I still didn't want to move here because I wanted to play football. So come fall time, I helped my dad in the summer so I could play football in the fall. Then during that school year, I kind of got more anxious and more nervous about school. I never really, been anxious or whatever because school had just came so easy. So there was a lot of stress in my life. And then I moved here in December. So at the end of that semester, I moved here. So once the semester came to an end, I had to leave the only place I had ever known to come here, which, looking at it now, it was one of the greatest choices and sacrifices my parents have ever made. I couldn't be more thankful for that decision. So Mom and Dad, thank you for taking that leap of faith, not knowing how it would turn out for us. No matter how bad the financial circumstances looked, y'all kept faith and trusted in Abba's plan. So thank you. I love y'all and appreciate y'all. Papa D, thank you for this message of beloved identity. This family wouldn't even be this family if it wasn't for that. I'm not only thankful for your message, I'm thankful that you live out what you teach. You don't just teach us, but you live it out. Thank you for opening your home to me. And not just your home, but your love too. Whenever I'm there, I don't feel like a stranger. It feels just like a second home. So thank you, Pops. And then Mama T, thank you for keeping up with Papa D. I love you. Mr. Dustin, I'm so thankful that you are a principal. I like referring to you as the gentle giant because you're almost always the tallest person in the room, but the love you carry matches the extent to your height. There's never a day where I've walked in this school and didn't know that you love me, and that's not a common thing in school. I would know. So thank you, Mr. Dustin. I love you. Pastor P, you talk about the growth you've seen in us, but I guarantee you every single senior here has seen the growth in your life. Because of your willingness to say yes, you wanting to read the book, Abba's Child, showed me just how much you cared. Because you took the initiative to do something where all of us were connected, and seeing your vulnerability with us, that helped me in my walk so much. So Pastor P, I just want to say thank you. I love you. Mr. Taylor Martin, I remember the first time when we met, and then when I came up to you, you remembered my name still, and that wasn't normal to me. So I was so shocked after only telling you one time. It was something so small, but it showed me that you cared. So thank you for showing up to school every Monday and Thursday for PE. Not just showing up, but enjoying it with a smile on your heart, with a smile on your face and love in your heart. So thank you, Mr. Taylor. I love you. Miss Casey, you don't get mentioned much, but thank you for being here. You behind the scenes, it hasn't gone unnoticed. You help not just in the building, but with the work all online. Anytime Parker's not here and has to teach or whatever, even if it's unexpected, you come in and look at our class. So I just want to say I appreciate you and thank you. I love you, Miss Casey. Miss Veronica, I know we don't talk much, but every morning we are in this room for morning worship. I see you chase the heart of Abba with no shame at all, even if it's only for 7 minutes. You give your Abba your all for those 7 minutes, and that's something I've started to incorporate to my own worship. Chasing after him without a care in the world, how the world views me. So thank you, Miss Veronica. It's impacted me more than I know. I love you. Mr. Fulcher, thank you for always being unapologetically yourself. Some people might find you weird or whatever, but you might be the coolest person in this building right now, okay? You inspire me to be myself. Our differences make us unique, and you show me that every day. So thank you, Mr. Fulcher. I love you. Now to my seniors. All right, Caleb, the first time we met, the only thing you knew about me was that I was Bryce's brother. But that didn't impact the way you treated me. The first time I known you, you treated me like you know me your whole life. You let me into your home. You shared your bed, your food. Anything you had to offer, you offered it. So as you move forward, please keep that heart of giving. Don't let the world stop you from being kind. I'm thankful for it, and I'm thankful for you. I love you. Nevaeh, I want to let you know how proud I am of you for taking that step. After our conversation, that one you know, your growth in your relationship with Abba has been a beautiful thing to watch. I also want to thank you for your kindness. You bought me lunch on my birthday. And I just want you to know that those little acts of kindness that you display don't go undone. So thank you, Nevaeh. I love you. And her twin, Zoe, thank you for your heart of gold. You are genuinely one of the most kind, heartfelt people I have ever met. And I just wanted to let you know that I love you and thank you, Zoe. JT, thank you for your kindness. You've extended your home to me countless of times. I remember the first time I wanted to come over, I was like, is it okay with your parents? And you were like, duh. And I was just so confused. I was so confused because it was the first time. But you've been kind to me and extended your home to me even when it wasn't convenient for you. So those times when we would leave school to go to your house to eat lunch and cook them grilled cheeses. I'll always cherish those moments. So thank you, JT. I love you. Kelsey, thank you for always standing up for what you believe in. Let me find where I'm at. You're never scared to voice your opinion or tell someone how you truly feel about something. And I admire that. Also, the way I've witnessed you chase Abba this past year has been truly beautiful. Keep chasing him. Thank you for being you, Kelsey. I love you. Zeke. You are the most inclusive person I know. I know anytime you have plans to do something, you make sure you invite everyone and that nobody is left out. And I admire that. It's something I'm trying to incorporate more into my life. So thank you, Zeke. I love you. Bryce, I just want to let you know that I'm proud of you. I've seen your growth over this last year and how the things that you would have been bothered by in the past season, you don't let get to you anymore. You've grown a lot in your patience, and the amount of love you've displayed onto others has grown. And people can't really tell, but you're one of the most wildly tender people I know. When you love things, you love them deeply. So don't lose that. Thank you, Bryce. I love you. Avery, you were one of the first people here to introduce yourself to me. You treated me like you treat anybody else, just like home. I mean, just from the day when we met. And that means so much to me. So please, don't ever stop being kind. You never know how much it will mean to somebody. Thank you, Avery. I love you. Seth. The first time we ever really hung out, we went to lunch and got Panda Express. You know, barely knowing me at all, you bought my food. Then you began to open up to me about things that were going on with you and the thoughts you were having. And that moment has struck with me ever since. It showed me how beautiful your heart really is, and some of the things you struggle with, I also struggled with. Keep giving those anxious and overthinking thoughts to Abba. He knows what to do with them better than any of us. That's helped me deal with my feelings better than anything else. Because I'm not the only one dealing with them. He is. So thank you, Seth. I love you. And the biggest thank you is to my brother Bryce. His heart, passion, and obsession for Abba is what caused our entire family to even move here in the first place. So from the deepest part of my heart, Bryce, thank you. I love you. And to all of the seniors, whatever goals, aspirations, and dreams you may have, go after them with all of you, because Abba will be there with you every step of the way. And if you fall, don't worry. He'll still be there with you every step of the way. And when you fail here, it won't matter. Just as much love as Abba has for us, we set that foundation here. And when you fail here, don't be failed to fail. Don't be scared to fail. Because we've been rooted in this environment, so whatever you do in your life, do it with confidence. Because you have a whole lot of people on your back. I love you all. Thank you.
Man. For those of you who don't know, that's my boy Wig right there. Oh, Wig. I don't know why we call him that, but under that cap, I promise you, is the most beautiful head of hair you've ever seen in your life. And that boy has a lot of love to give. I love you, Baylor. I'm proud of you, man. I want to start. I'm Pastor P. Parker Thomaston, by the way. I teach 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, and tonight I have the tremendous honor of introducing our valedictorian, Nevaeh Gallivan. And so before I introduce her, I just want to share this with you all. Man, for the last year, 2 years, 3 years, 18 years, I've been able to watch many of you grow up. And it doesn't matter how long I've known you. You all are just so special to me, and I'm super, super proud of you. It's the greatest joy and honor to be able to watch you finish this chapter of your lives and begin the next, and I'm so proud of you and love you so much. In Matthew chapter 5, verse 14, I just want to speak this to you. Your lives light up the world, for how can you hide a city that stands on a hilltop? And who would light a lamp and then hide it in an obscure place? Instead, it's placed where everyone in the house can benefit from its light. So don't hide your light. Let it shine brightly before others, so that your commendable works will shine as light upon them, and then they will give their praise to your Father in heaven. I don't think that it would surprise you tonight if I use the term brilliant to describe the upcoming speaker. In fact, it's very fitting. And from an academic perspective, the word brilliant is used to describe an individual who's exceptionally clever or talented. But the brilliance that she describes is more than what she possesses. This is who she is. She is, in fact, exceptionally clever and talented, but she's also brilliant that she is radiating and bright. Nevaeh Gallivan stepped into Legacy Academy midway through her sophomore year of high school. And I met a pretty shy young lady who seemed deep but quiet and a little bit, actually maybe a lot of bit angry about living in Mobile, Alabama. But I just knew how Abba felt about her from the time that we met. And I knew that she would encounter his love and goodness. There was a brilliance in your eyes, Nevaeh. But the brilliance that you walk in now is greater than ever before. You're still deep, much deeper than I thought, but you're not nearly as quiet. And that anger, it's been evicted and replaced with love, righteousness, peace, and joy in the Holy Spirit. It's such a joy to see you in the light that you carry. Nevaeh has completed high school with a 4.045 GPA. For those of you who don't understand, that's on a 4.0 scale. So she took honors classes, made good grades in those as well. And she will attend Union University this fall. It's a true honor to introduce someone who has led our class with strength, grace, and undeniable brilliance. You're the kind of person who lifts others up by simply being yourself. Always composed, always kind, and integrity have earned not only the highest academic honor, but also the deep respect of your classmates and teachers alike. Please join me in welcoming the valedictorian of the class of 2025, Abba's favorite, Miss Nevaeh Gallivan.
Good evening, everyone. It's an honor to be standing here today. For those who don't know me, my name is Nevaeh Gallivan. I could spend my time talking about hard work and academics, but I'd like to put the focus on what's been most essential to the journey that brought me here today, and that's learning the nature of the Father's love. When my parents sat me down and told me we were moving to Mobile, I thought my world had ended. I was angry at them and even more so at God. At this point in my life, I had no idea if I even believed in God anymore. I would show up to service, go through the motions, and go home. Never truly engaging. I was in the worst place mentally. And flash forward 8 months of living here, something shifted. At Campus End, during a time of worship, I heard a still small voice tell me to kneel down on the floor. And I did with my arms outstretched. And Abba met me there, and he fixed every misconception I had about him. In my mind, all the things that I was struggling with was too much for him, and I didn't believe he was proud to be seen with me. Yet he revealed that he never turned his back on me, and that I was the one who turned my back on him. And that wasn't to cast shame on me, but to let me know that he never left me. During that encounter, tears began to flow as he showed me right where he was every time I was hurting, lonely, and feeling unworthy of his love. Right beside me, arms wrapped around me, just loving me even though I wanted nothing to do with him. That's the part I'm thankful for, that no matter how we feel about him, it never changes how he feels about us. He is proud to be seen with you, and nothing that you're going through is too much for him. He's a perfect, loving, trustworthy father, and he wants all of you. So if you ever find yourself lost, I want you to know that all you have to do is open your arms, and he will meet you there with perfect love wherever you are. Next, I want to talk about the people I'm honored to be graduating with today. We started off awkward and unsure of each other, but over the past few years, we've learned in the hard times that we can lean on each other, and each one of us have different stories and family dynamics and personalities. But despite all of that, one thing brings us together, and that's Abba. Watching each one of you grow in your relationship with the Lord has been one of the most beautiful things. Each of you have inspired me in ways you could not imagine, and I want to encourage you to never stop choosing Jesus. Always choose to be kind, give the benefit of the doubt, and forgive each other. Give a smile to that person you've noticed doesn't have one. You being the light will awaken the light in others. You are each so unique in your own ways, and what you carry is so special. Standing here today, I couldn't be more thankful for how Abba's hand in each of our lives has brought us here to walk this season of our life together. Above all, keep chasing Abba and keep being who you are. That alone is enough to have the biggest impact on the world. I love you guys. I also want to thank all of the leaders that pour into our lives. Y'all's walk with the Lord inspires all of us every day. And to all the ones who are married, thank you for being a leading example of what a Christ-centered relationship looks like. It's beautiful to see, and even more sweet knowing love like that can exist. Thank you for everything you have done, are doing, and continue to do for the young people in this church. It doesn't go unnoticed. And I want to thank my parents for always loving me no matter what, and for encouraging me to be who I am, and for always speaking positively over my life and never doubting my potential. I wouldn't be here without you guys. I love you. And to all the friends that let me talk their ear off time and time again, I love you, and I'm honored to be a part of y'all's lives, because you are without a doubt the best group of friends I could ever ask for. Class of 2025, the most important thing I could leave you with is to always pursue Abba. No matter what you're doing, always walk with a heart posture to honor him. When times get hard, let him pick you up and carry you. There's no limit to where you can go if you put all your trust in him and yield to his goodness. I thank Abba for the opportunity to share with everyone here today, and thank you for showing up for us. I love you guys, and I can't wait to watch our futures unfold. Thank you.
So proud of that young lady. All of these seniors, just an amazing group. As I was sitting there just watching them in their seats, I began to realize that there may have not been another place that I can think of or that I know of, or maybe that even existed, where there was a group that had a heart to worship the Father. And 100% of them have a heart to worship the Father. Not one of them is in here tonight wondering how Abba feels about them. And to me, that'll carry you a whole lot further than any degree ever will. And I'm so proud of every one of you. Been able to have the opportunity, Tammy and I, to sit on the front row and watch you become all that the Father has designed for you to be. He took the time to thank everybody else tonight, but there is no way we could take another step without recognizing the culture that is being established here by Dustin, also along with Jenny. But Dustin, we are so incredibly grateful that every day our kids either get dropped off or drive up here and get out of their vehicle and know that there is a Father waiting to greet them when they walk in the room. And your heart, not just for the academy, but your heart for each individual student and family, is an unbelievable gift to me, not just as a pastor, but to me as a father that's been able to see my kids raised in and around this. So thank you. We love you. Can we honor Mr. Dustin Delano tonight? Getting over the tears. Thank you, Baylor and Nevaeh, for the tears. Going to receive an offering to buy a new microphone because Baylor beat that one nearly to death. Parker, thank you, man. Thank you for every day being here to just be a dad. And you know, the value of having people in your children's life that are heroes, that look to you not just as an educator. I just don't look back on my high school teachers and think of the word hero. There's some other words that come to mind. But they are a hero. You and Becky both. It was a great sign to me when Judah got ready to pick the people he wanted to take on his senior trip with him, and he picked Parker and Becky Thomaston. And I also thought that's probably not what I would have done picking invites for my spring break for his senior trip. Senior trip coming up, and he's taking Taylor Martin on that one. So thank you guys for being fathers. Thank you for being mothers in their lives, for being examples of amazing marriages, and just a heart for the next generation. It's just a tremendous blessing to all of us. I'm in a similar position as Mr. Dustin tonight, and that is not only are we having to look at a group of seniors we really love, but we have a child of our own that's in that group, Maddie being his oldest daughter and Judah being my youngest son. And I just can say this on behalf of your dad, and as somebody who probably knows you a little bit more than I know the rest of the group, how proud we are of you, how thankful we are. You created, y'all have heard the Tim Tebow rule? Tim Tebow rule means you go to homeschool and still play public. Well, we have what we're going to call the Maddie Delano rule, which means you can go to high school and Union University in the same year and do an exemplary job of doing university level spiritual work as well as high school academic work. So we're incredibly proud of you. Judah, I could not be more thankful to get to be your dad. You make me happy, son. I'm so proud of you, so proud of your heart for the Father. And I know that there's a lot that floats around on nights like this that are kind of like, can't wait to see what God has next. I'm not ready for next. I don't want to do the next. I go back to kindergarten and let's start this thing all over again, if they would let me. But I understand the whole next, but I also thank God you're learning to live in the moment. And I pray that you would heed Paul's words to be anxious for nothing, but in everything through prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God, and the peace of God that surpasses all understanding guard your heart and mind through Christ Jesus. So proud I could name something about every one of you. Bryce, I love to pick on you, but son, I could not be more proud of the man I see you becoming. Kelsey, I've known you since you were teeny tiny, and bouncing around behind your sister. And how much it's been a joy to see you come deeply into the revelation of Abba's love. Seth's my other child. Going to write him off on our taxes this year. Just love having you in our home. You have been nothing but pure joy. And I pray that your connection's just getting started. So proud of you. You guys raised an extraordinary young man. I've said that to you privately, but I want to say it to you publicly as well. That boy Wig. You're amazing, dude. You have brought so much life to us, and I echo what you said concerning Miss Veronica, that you have this unbridled passion to want to be a worshiper. It's deep within your whole family, but it's also really, really alive in you. And it's an amazing, amazing thing to do. Zeke, it was spoken so well concerning you, how inclusive you are. You never want anybody to miss out. And I believe the Father's going to make that a part of your journey, that nobody's going to miss out on the gospel. Everywhere you go, you're going to include people in the life and the revelation that you've been given. Sweet Zoe, who I've also known since she still is kind of about this big, but big muscles. You know, check her muscles out when y'all get a chance in the parking lot. Get her to throw a flex on you. She's not playing around. So proud of you. You're so beautiful. You're so radiant. The joy that you carry is just an unbelievable thing. That picture of you in the snow, I was like, that's perfect, because it's just life coming forth out of you. Our little Caleb. Speaking of gentle giant, when they were describing Mr. Dustin, I thought a lot about you. You're the first one to show kindness. You're the first one to show love. And as an intimidating figure as you are when you walk in the room, you are one that when you wrap your arms around somebody, it brings healing to broken pieces on the inside of them. I'm so proud of you. God bless you. Avery is going to go on and play a little volleyball. We're going to get to come cheer you on. Just so proud. I've known you for a long time as well, but I'm so thankful. Some of you OGs, right? The OG girls that have been a part of this school for a long, long time, doing amazing things, letting your heart open fully to the gospel. I mentioned Maddie, and then, of course, sweet Nevaeh, who is like another daughter to me. I am so incredibly proud of you. I got to be there in that baptismal water with you, and it has sealed my heart. I'll never forget it. It's going to be great days ahead, but I believe it's going to be just more deeply into one thing. And I had a lot of things prepared to share tonight, and I'm going to edit most of that because I think Nevaeh said it all when she described a moment when she did not know how the Father felt about her. And in one moment, she said something extraordinarily profound. Religion may teach you that it takes 12 years of hard discipleship or 20 years of hard discipleship, but there is a place in the kingdom of God where a man can be living in a graveyard with no clothes on, cutting himself with rocks, and in one conversation, a woman who's had 5 husbands and is living with a man that's not her husband can get turned around in one conversation. And I still believe in the power of people having an encounter with the love of God that absolutely answers every deep question and longing they have on the inside of them. And I pray if you've not had that experience, or maybe you had it at another season of your life, you're not currently walking in that experience, I pray that the Father would just release grace to you to be able to experience the love that answers every question. That regardless of what you may have been through in life, He was with you all the way. David said, if I go to the highest of mountains, He's there. If I make my bed in Sheol, He's there as well. Jesus said to His disciples, He said, the time's coming where you'll scatter and all of you will leave me, but my Father never will. May you know about your Heavenly Father that He does not do abandonment. He's with you. Wherever your journey takes you, He's with you. I'm gonna give you a couple of verses, and then I'm going to throw an audible here, and that is I want our worship guys, Tay, some of you guys to get ready to come up, and we're gonna do a worship song tonight to honor what Nevaeh shared concerning the love of God. So whoever needs to move around and get repositioned for the tech stuff, we'll do that. Let's get our group of guys ready to lead in a little worship. I gave them the verse starting in Romans 8:28, and the reason why is because for 3 years, you guys walk in this building every morning. Well, Judah doesn't come quite every morning. But for those of you that do come every morning, you walk in the building and you see this verse, Romans 8:28, up on that screen. So we are convinced that every detail of our lives is continually woven together to fit into God's plan of bringing good into our lives. For we are His lovers who have been called to fulfill His design purposes. Is that just burned in your heart after staring at it every morning for 3 years? But let's go on a little bit further, maybe all the way through verse 32. Verse 29 says, for He knew all about us before we were born, and He destined us from the beginning to share the likeness of His Son. This means the Son is the oldest among a vast family of brothers and sisters who will become just like Him. Verse 30, having determined our destiny ahead of time, He called us to Himself and transferred His perfect righteousness to everyone He called. And those who possess His perfect righteousness, He co-glorified with His Son. So what does all this mean? If God has determined to stand with us, tell me who then could ever stand against us? Let me read that again. What does all this mean? What does that Romans 8:28 you've stared at every morning for 3 years mean? It means this. If God has determined to stand with us, tell me who then could ever stand against us? For God has proved His love by giving us His greatest treasure, the gift of His Son. And since God freely offered Him up as the sacrifice for us all, He certainly won't withhold from us anything else He has to give. We quote that verse in the King James a lot around here when we say, how will He who did not spare His own Son, but delivered Him up for us all, not also freely with Him give us all things? He did not withhold His best from you 2,000 years ago, and He will not withhold His best from you in the days to come. So I speak concerning your future spouses. He's got the best for you. Future endeavors, He's got the best for you. Your children, He's got the best for you. Your communities, your future relationships. If you're on foreign soil, if you never leave the city of Mobile, Alabama, He's got the best for you. May the light of the love of Almighty God that has been penetrating your heart over the last 3 years, not be the end of something, but the launching into the greatness of all that you've been designed for in the days to come. You are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. You are a city set on a hill that cannot be hidden. You are the salt of the earth. I declare concerning you that you are trees planted by rivers of living water that bring forth fruit in every season. I declare that your leaf never withers, and whatsoever you do, it prospers. That everywhere the sole of your foot will tread, may God give that ground unto you. May you come to know more tomorrow how deeply you are loved than you know that truth today. And may this be a glory to glory to glory journey of ever discovering how much the Father actually loves you. I really had one thing I wanted to say to the senior class of 2025, and I'm echoing something I think I heard Dustin say this a moment ago, and maybe even Baylor mentioned it, but David says in Psalm 27, the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked, even mine enemies and foes, came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell. Though a host should encamp against me, I will not fear. Though war should rise against me, in this will I be confident. One thing have I desired of the Lord, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord and to inquire in his temple. I want you to hear David sitting on the throne of what was at the time the most powerful nation in the world, and yet he had one desire. I bless you with a passion for one thing. One thing have I desired of the Lord, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord. May this one thing of beholding the beauty of the Lord so fascinate you and hook you at the heart level that you never look to the left or you never look to the right, but you fix your eyes on the prize. Looking off unto Jesus, the author and finisher of your faith. If I could bless you with one thing, I would bless you with a one thing fascination with this man Jesus. May you never stop discovering how fascinating this man Jesus is. I could not be more proud of you guys. If I had known then what I know now, I'd want to be like you. If I could go back and live my high school years again, I'd want to be like you. I'd want to burn like you. I'd want to open my heart the way you've opened your heart. I'd want to build the depths of relationships with one another that you have built. I'd want to find the heroes in the hidden ones that are living a life of passion and hunger for Jesus. He's fascinating. I've been a lot of places, seen a lot of things, but there's nothing that can begin to compare to the love that is deep in the eyes of King Jesus. One thing have I desired of the Lord. This culture that we live in the Western world will tell you you need this to satisfy you, and you need this to complete you, and you need this to validate you, and if you have more of this, it will affirm you. But I'm here to tell you one thing have I desired of the Lord. One thing makes you rich. One thing brings fulfillment. One thing brings soul satisfaction. It's one thing that helps you sleep well at night and bounce out of the bed ready to hit the day running. It's one thing: to behold the beauty of the Lord and to inquire in his temple. God bless you tonight. I'm so proud of you guys. So proud of you. When I saw some of you walk in here like this was the last place you wanted to be on earth a few years ago, then I look and you're going to Union University, 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 and they're all going to Union University. They've all made the decision to say, I want to get immersed more deeply in this one thing lifestyle, be all that the Father has designed for me to be. I'm just going to ask the guys to play. And when he feels it's the right time, Mr. Dustin will come make a transition into the giving out of the diplomas, and he and I will do that together. But before we hand out a diploma, can we stand together? Let's have a Nevaeh moment. We're just open our hearts deeply to the love of Abba.
You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. Oh, and I've 1,000 stories of what tell me that you're pleased and that I'm never alone. 'Cause you're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. And I'm deeply loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. And I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. Oh, and I've seen many searching for answers far and wide, but I know we're all searching for answers. Only you provide, 'cause you know just what we need before we say a word. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. And we're all loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. And I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. Because you're perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. Yes, you are. You are perfect in all of your ways. You're perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. And I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am.
Would you sing that verse again? I've heard 1,000 stories.
Oh, I've 1,000 stories of what they think you're like, but I've heard the tender whisper of love in the dead of night. You tell me that you're pleased and that I'm never alone. Oh, I've heard. Oh, and I've heard 1,000 stories of what think you're like, but I've heard the tender whisper of love in the dead of night. You tell me that you're pleased and that I'm never alone. You're good. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. And I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are.
may be seated tonight. Mr. Dustin's going to join me. We're going to hand out some diplomas, and I think maybe we can just keep that flow behind us right there. What do you think? I just want to say this while we're doing this. If you're experiencing a thing where your heart's beating a little bit and your palms are starting to sweat, that's not a preacher trick. That's the love of God knocking on the door of your heart. It's the love of God saying, I am not who religion told you I was. I'm exactly like Jesus. Come on, can you hear him? If you've seen me, you've seen the Father. In him dwells the fullness of the Godhead bodily. He is the express image of the Father. Hear him knocking. Feel him knocking. Make a Nevaeh move tonight and just open up your heart. You'll never be the same again. There's a light in you that is waiting to be hit with the fuel of perfect love. And you will light the world up indeed. First, Miss Madison Delino. Miss Avery Fletcher. Nevaeh Gallivan. Caleb Ivy. Miss Zoe Malone. Ezekiel Martirosian. Bryce Revel. Miss Kelsey too. Judah Thompson. Seth Turner. this is. Jeremiah Woodall.
Well, seniors, you may now turn your tassels. You can get it. There we go. There we go. We're going to ask our seniors only to stand at this time. Family and friends, would you give please give a big round of applause for our 2025 graduating class. That concludes our ceremony for tonight. Please come take pictures with your graduates. We're also going to have slideshows going of pictures of them from all the ages up to this point. So thank you again for coming tonight.